All right, Shalom Akyam. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harachakodash. Double honors unto the apostles, the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the Akyam who are out there enduring the good fight of faith of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harachakodash. So this is Brother Tazapah, man. I'm back with another lesson. And this one I want to speak on. As you see here on your screen, this is a picture taken from the movie It's a Wonderful Life. And this guy here, the movie takes place on Christmas or around Christmas time. And this guy here, character George Bailey, he wants to kill himself. He wants to commit suicide because life just gotten to be too much to bear for him. So that iconic scene where he's about to jump off the bridge or some shit like that. I've never personally seen the movie, but every year they'll play it, and you get wind of it, you know what it's about. But I just never sat down and watched the whole movie. But this guy here, George Bailey, and the things that he's going through, the feelings that he's feeling, and wanting to kill himself is a sentiment that these Edomites, a lot of these Edomites are sharing right now because America just it's not what it used to be. And that's because the Most High is taking this place down. You understand? Most High is bringing America to its destruction. Its judgment is coming. So in this time, this time of the year, Christmas, Esau, it's supposed to be joyous. This is their holiday. It don't have the same feel. It doesn't have the same effect because, the Most High, as I said, he's zapping the spirit of this white boy and his kingdom. So as it says here, Isaiah 24, and we'll start at verse 7. It says, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. Yeah, all the merry-hearted do sigh. They're sighing for despair, depression. They're depressed. America has placed a burden on them that they, that they can't bear through this contractual slavery. So these Edomites are slaves, no different than we are. Because if you got a job and you calling yourself an employee, you're a slave. And so Esau is under these same curses that we are, but see, we're being lifted and they're being brought low. And it's depressing for them to the point where they want to kill themselves. So the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. And when the vine languishes, that means that's your life. A vine is your lifeline. It says, verse 8, the mirth of the tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them. So right, they're not going to be festive as they once were. They're not going to be in that joyous mood because they're feeling the pressures. The economy is failing here in America. Their government is being ran by a bunch of children. And things are in shambles. Things around the entire world are in shambles. So every year now, people going to, well, you have a lot of people going to debt just to try to buy gifts to keep that keep that lie alive, that live Christmas. And it's not working anymore. And on top of that, with the economy failing, people just don't have the time to enjoy their holidays, which are unholy days. They don't have the time because with the economy failing, they got to put in more hours at the job. They got to work. A lot of people working on Christmas. So they don't have that. It's just like another day. Christmas is just like another day. And people not getting into that quote unquote Christmas spirit because it's bullshit. and the Most High is taking the power from this kingdom. So in him doing so, the power of the lies, the power of the sorcery is being taken away. Esau don't have the same magic as he once had. And this is why I say the mirth of the tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoice ended, the joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them. Yeah, because now they're drinking to escape. They're drinking to forget. You know, that's how the Edomites do. They drink until they get the courage to pull that trigger or jump off that building or that bridge, and it's exactly what they do. You know, it says in verse 10, this is beautiful. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, and no man may come in. So the city of confusion, America, is what Babylon means. Babylon means confusion, and we know that America is that virgin daughter of Babylon, right? So this is Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So you say, oh, well, Babylon ain't talking about America. That's talking about ancient Babylon. Okay, well then who is the virgin daughter of Babylon then? Because this is speaking about the virgin daughter of Babylon. So who is that? It's talking about another place at another time, which is America in these times. So the city of confusion, because Babylon comes from the Hebrew root word Babal, which means confusion. And that's what it's talking about. The Most High is breaking America down piece by piece, little by little, and these Edomites are feeling the effects because Jake, for the most part, he never had nothing. So you know we're right at home in these times, in the time of economic turmoil and uncertainties. We deal with that. You know, we grew up in that. So this is nothing to us, but the Edomites who used to having, you know, disposable income, being able to go out and do things, take trips around the world, things of that nature, you know, take that family vacation, shit, two weeks to a month. They can't do it no more. Let alone celebrate Christmas. Christmas is beginning to be a burden. There's a lot of people you talk to, oh man, yeah, I ain't been shopping yet. It's a hassle. It's a hustle and a hassle. So me and the brother was talking, you know, the brother Bakwasha, you know, we said, yeah, now Christmas is pretty much being reduced to gift cards or, you know, just giving money. But that speaks volumes to something. And that something is that right, this was supposed to be joyous has become a burden. And people don't have the time to invest in Christmas anymore. So right, they'll go get the gift cards and give us gifts or just money. Or you know, if they shop, it's just for that immediate, you know, if you got children, and that's about it. You know, and like I said, this economy failing, people try and work, you know, 2, sometimes 3 jobs to make ends meet. They don't have the time to get into this bullshit. So America is the city of confusion is being broken down. The Most High is causing her to sit in the dust. And I'm gonna jump over. This is a major point that I want to bring out in Isaiah 47. I'm gonna jump down to the 12th verse. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments." Let me get 11. All right, Isaiah 47:11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, that thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. See, and this is what's happening. The Most High is bringing evil upon America, and they don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on, or from whence this evil ariseth. It said, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So now here the Most High being sarcastic. He's mocking them. He says, stand now with thine enchantments. Christmas is an enchantment. You see, the lights, the whole mythos of Santa Claus and baby Jesus, that's all mythos, folklore. You know, and that used to work. That used to have a spell cast over the people to where, you know, Jake would really get into this religion, man. You have people in the church who ain't been in church all year, but they'll be there on Christmas. Why? Because of that enchantment, you know? Or even, you know, the same with Easter. You got people only go to church on Easter and Christmas, you know? Why? Because of that enchantment. Or Mother's Day, you know? They call them CME Christians, you know? The Christmas, Mother Day, and Easter. You know, those are the biggest vibrations. That woman, that virgin birth, whole thing that goes back to paganism, uh, Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. So that's heavy sorcery, witchcraft. And then Easter, Semiramis and Tammuz being resurrected. Tammuz being born on Christmas, and then he died and was resurrected on Easter Day, which was Nimrod coming back. But anyway, that's all mythos. That's all pagan bullshit that get the people distracted. But right, the point here is the Most High is mocking these crackers, man, these Edomites in their kingdom, telling them, yeah, you so big and bad. Won't you stand now with thine enchantments? All this hot shit you've been talking, you know, all this shit you've been popping, but you know how you want to sit in the seat or sit as God in the temple, showing himself to be God, saying that I am. All right, well you are, and it's right here in this verse, or in this chapter rather, to where it says, if I read up and get 10, for thou, this is Isaiah 47 and 10, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. See, he's proud. This devil is proud. He trusts in his wickedness. He think no one sees him in the shit that he does. You know, these secret experiments in the laboratories. You know, they sneaking shit in food. Don't list it, don't label it, don't tell you nothing. But when you read up, it say that in verse 2, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. So all this is going into this devil being exposed. So what's happening is the Most High has the spirit of exposure on Esau, Edom, and that's coming through way of us out here prophesying. So, right, he thought no one seeing, the Most High saw him, and now the Most High is giving a report through us. And as the scriptures say, who had believed our report? We already know none but the elect. That's why we don't waste our time with the masses. We teach unto the elect, because they are the ones who's going to believe the report. So anyway, going back to verse 10, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. And he got away with shit for a long time. This is why he believed that he's not being seen. He got away with a lot of shit for a long time. You know, the Tuskegee Airmen, the things that shit like that, just doing sick, depraved, demonic shit on the low, thinking no one knows. It says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it had perverted thee, because knowledge puffeth up. And now this devil is completely perverted in his knowledge and in his wisdom. It said, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. See, that's proud. That is pride. Well, that's what's the word I'm looking for? But anyway, man, that is pride right there. You understand? That is pride. He said that I am and none else beside me, giving no glory to the Father, Yahweh, or his only begotten Son. He thinks that he is. You understand? So, right, the Most High is mocking him in verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments. Why is Most High saying that? Because the Most High putting him in the trick bag, as we say. The Most High got his ass in a vice. And the Most High said, all right, now get out of this. Bringing economic woes, bringing, this despair upon them in their kingdom. You know, Christmas ain't got that same oomph, that same punch, that same control over the masses because the spirit of the Most High is being brought back in the world. And people are waking up to the bullshit. We see you. When at one time, right, the people didn't see you, but now we see you. And that's the whole gig. That's the whole gig. That's how magic works. Sleight of hand, distraction, and right, the hand being quicker than the eye, you not being able to see. But once you see and you know the trick, it don't have the same effect. So right, stand now with thine enchantments. And it says, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Right. So most I say, yeah. See, let me see if you can get out of this. And the Most High is bringing his kingdom down. His city of confusion is being broken down. You understand? So he's losing it. That's why Christmas ain't the same. It ain't gonna never, or it ain't gonna be like the days of old. Where, basically everything stopped. Stores was closed, businesses were closed. There wasn't no working because Esau wanted you, things was going good. Esau wanted everybody to get under that enchantment, under that spell of Christmas. And it worked for decades and decades, not centuries. It worked. But now it's not working no more. Why? Because now the Most High has intervened, and he's intervened for the point or the purpose of judgment. So your enchantment is not gonna work any longer. So with that, man, I'm gonna end this lesson. I pray that you brothers were edified. All praises, honor, and glory goes unto Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harachapadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the Akim out there worldwide, doing the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, bringing forth the truth unto the masses. So to the next lesson, you brothers stay up. Much love. Shalom.